camera. 1 second. How y'all doing there? I am the King CR, and we're gonna check out some gameplay of the Monster Hunter Wilds. Same game. And I am absolutely pumped for this game. This game is definitely one of my most anticipated games coming out this year. Let's check it out, shall we?
Over there!
We're going to start with the gameplay trailer and a few other things, and then, well, the game trailer, and then the gameplay trailer, and then the gameplay. We'll go in that order.
Why are you here?
You can't do this alone!
We need to shake them off! Follow me! Yeah! Here it comes!
There's too many of them!
Watch out
Holy
for that
shit.
I will draw its iron! Cover me!
Oh, you can fight off them?
Be careful!
Be ready!
Oh, you can shoot off them too. It'll be
If we
fun.
make it to the rocks, we may lose them!
If you can actually shoot and ride off your mounts, this game's going to be epic. It's going to be the best one ever. And actually, now I think about it, that might be a useless mechanic. We'll find out.
As I feared, it picked up our scent!
I'll handle it. You find someplace safe.
Thank you!
It seems like riding off the mount might be like the most effective for the bowgun. I don't know though. Look at that fucking thing.
Don't worry.
Whenever I see these monsters, I think, man, these guys are gonna make really neat armor.
The hunter is here. Just watch. You'll see what hunting is all about.
Look at that. That's fucking epic. God. This February. I'm absolutely stoked for it. Alright, here we go. We're gonna look at the gameplay now.
There's a lot of these. All right.
We're not gonna watch Asmongold yet.
Paradise, and today is a super exciting.
Oh, I want to address that trailer. That trailer was fucking epic. That was the best trailer I think I've seen out of any of the games that I know are coming out. I am absolutely stoked for this game. Even after watching that, I'm even more stoked for that game. Alright, now let's watch the gameplay trailer. Well, wait, is that the right one? Where's that one? These the same ones? 34 minutes? 11 minutes? Oh, beta impressions. We're gonna watch beta impressions. Sorry, I
Wilds
lied.
is absolute fire. In this video, we're going to be talking a little bit about the Monster Wilds beta that's going on right now. If you guys haven't played yet, you should absolutely play this weekend. This is easily, so far, from what I've played so far, the best Monster Hunter World yet. And let's get into why that is a little bit. So the beginning of Monster Hunter Wilds has like a bit of a story mission that you go on that kind of introduces you to some basic mechanics, and it's kind of done in this over-the-top Monster Hunter fashion that, you know, your pretty typical Monster Hunter game would have. It kind of acclimates you to the game, it builds a little tension. And
poor guy.
It's pretty much par for the course for what you've seen in a monster hunting game. I don't think most people play Monster Hunter for the story. It's kind of lighthearted and fun generally, and it's
That's bullshit. Monster Hunter World had a really good story. I mean, it was kind of chopped up between the amount that you had to level. But I mean, it was a good story. It wasn't bad. It didn't necessarily tug at my heartstrings, but I wouldn't say it was like horrible.
always good to see it through to conclusion, but it's by no means the biggest part of the game, and I think
Absolutely
it's pretty
not.
much par
He's
for the
right.
course what you've seen with other Monster Hunter games here, so that's the first thing. But after this part of the game, I feel like this is where Monster Hunter Wilds really goes in a different direction than previous Monster Hunter titles. I think the thing that you notice almost immediately while playing the beta is the fluidity of the game, the interactions within the game itself between cutscene to combat, between being in a
It looks way less
settlement or a
clunky.
town and going out on the landscape are so much more fluid. You feel so much more part of the world than you did previously. This is actually true next generation Monster Hunter in this regard, with redesigns to not only like quest tracking, quest acceptance and completion. The whole general world design leans far more to open world than any previous version of Monster Hunter, and I think about the only thing you
Wait, I wonder if that means that it's not going to be map-based, but it's going to be, well, not zone-based, but it's going to be map-based. Like, the entire map is sort of their own biomes, and you have to go hunt the monsters in those biomes. Maybe, like, on a grander scale than the Guiding Lands. That'd be cool as shit.
can really compare it to potentially is the Guiding Lands from Monster Hunter World.
Nailed it!
In previous Monster Hunter games, you'd go to your camp or your town, and they felt very separated from the monster locales and the environments of
Yeah.
the game. They weren't really connected in the way they are in Monster Hunter Wilds, and you'd
Which I wasn't totally against them not being connected. It's not like it was a huge inconvenience. The only thing I didn't like was maybe the loading screens. But other than that, those weren't a huge inconvenience because it gave you time to set up a camp. You could grab all your stuff that you needed and you can fast travel back to camp. It was super easy, super
usually
simple.
pick up your quest from a quest board.
I
in
heard that
town
that
and
caused a lot of
tackle that
controversy
one
behind
monster
Worlds.
inside your instance that gets generated either alone or with other players. And you know, you might farm that monster for a while in there, but
It
generally
does look
speaking,
10
even though you
times
could
more open,
kind
though.
of break
Holy
off
shit.
and farm other monsters, it just didn't make a lot of sense to. You would come back if you wanted to do them and take out another quest or expedition on that monster. Just made more sense to do it that way. But in Wilds, things are so much more seamless as you're interacting.
The thing is, look out there. It's not empty. It's not a giant empty open map with nothing there. That's what I want to see in open world games. I want to see something to do. I want to see points of interest. Look at that. You can go over there and you can see, okay, there's a herd of armadillos. I mean, just to look at them is fucking neat. Look at that thing in the center. What the fuck is that thing?
You can see
Is it a male armadillo? We don't know.
As the weather changes, you can see what's happening in the game world around you and just head out and
Look at
start
that.
doing a quest.
You can walk that way.
You know, clicking on a monster and
There's a
setting a
giant-
quest to do it because
giant
the quest
lightning.
person, like, follows along with you, and so you're able to just do everything on the fly, and you can make
Is there
decisions
fast travel?
about what you want to do while you're
Oh.
interacting with the game world without having to return and kind of waste time doing that.
Rugged Terror Fake.
When you played Monster Hunter World, it felt like you were going on missions until you got to the Guiding Lands part at endgame. And Wilds is an evolution of that part of Monster Hunter World.
Which I like the Guiding
into
Lands
its
gameplay. You
own
spend all day in
full-blown
there, hunt
game
everything.
Idea, whatever you want to call it, which is just genius in my opinion. They took what is easily the best
The only thing I didn't like about the Guiding Lands was the size. It was so fucking small. Here, this is definitely not the fucking case.
part of Monster Hunter World and just made it into its own game by just blowing up its size and just making it larger than life. Monster Hunter Wilds is essentially Capcom flirting with the Monster Hunter MMO that I've always wanted. When you go out now, you used to have mobs and things and endemic life and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
in
cool as
Monster Hunter
shit.
World,
Look at
Monster
that
Hunter Rise, etc.
smooth ass
Now the density
animations.
and the entire scale, including monster density, is so much larger. And it feels like an ecosystem on its own that exists outside of the player that you just
I wonder how the queuing system works. Do you actually have to like send up a flare like the last one, or can you go into somebody else's world? Is it like individual world kind of thing, or is there just players inside the town and you could? It'd be cooler if you could actually see the players in town.
just get to interact.
I would like to
with
see at
and be
least like a
part of.
handful,
It
20,
feels like
20
it was
players in
designed
town.
completely independently of the player. And you kind of get dropped.
Something
into
along
it
the
to
lines of a
make the
gathering
game
hub, but
will
in
it.
the open world.
The environmental design of Monster Hunter Wilds looks the best yet.
Also,
The
the
world
option to
felt
play
like
by
a
myself,
theme
because
park, or
sometimes I
like
just want to
Jurassic
kill
Park, where
monsters
everything
alone,
was
you know?
larger than life. The trees were huge. The tankards were huge. The food was huge. Everything was just kind of like overblown.
Look
in a
at
very
those.
humorous
There's
and
birds
cute
riding
way.
them. There's
Whereas
goddamn
Wilds,
birds.
It's a bit more on the realism side. It has less of a gamey look to it.
And that makes sense because there's animals who have birds that ride on top of them to pick bugs or infection parasites off them. I wonder if that's along the same thing.
If you know what
That's
I'm
so
trying to
cool.
say.
That's so in
And
depth.
it's more comparable to Rise in its visuals.
That's
although I
really
think it's
cool.
even
Holy
more
shit, she's
realistic
hot.
And on a
Oh,
much,
sorry,
much
got
larger
distracted.
scale than Rise. I think this is a really intelligent move by Capcom, particularly with Western players. I feel like Western players are going to identify more with Monster Hunter Wilds than maybe Monster Hunter World, even though a lot more Western players played that game than they did previous Monster Hunter titles. I think Wilds kind of brings more of an aesthetic that is maybe something you would expect more in a Western game.
Look at that little
than
guy.
Previous Monster Hunter titles had. So I
Sneak
think there's gonna be
attack?
a lot more
Do you get
players
bonus
that
damage?
look
It was
at the
only
gameplay
18.
footage of this play the demo for this weekend and see it and go, wow, this is a lot more.
Got it. I wish I would have played the demo. I didn't know.
The next really massive and important change that really changes the way that you play Monster Hunter Wilds is the map. The map is absolutely
God, look at that
fucking
3D map. That is gorgeous.
And the map allows you to literally see everything in the entire biome that you're in.
Oh my God,
in
it's way
real
bigger than
time.
I
You can
thought.
see where the monsters are, what monsters there are, what their strength is, what their threat level is, what they drop you. You can literally see where all the resources are, how long until the monster departs, and
Okay, that's cool, but can I go to a mission zone and kind of pick a specific monster that I want to hunt? It's spawned in the open world somewhere. That's what I want.
when other monsters will be available.
I don't want to wait on
And
spawn
you can
times.
literally make decisions in real
If
time.
I want to grind
about
for a
what
certain
your
set of
next move
gear,
in the
I
game's
want that
gonna
shit to be actually out there.
without having to return to a hub or go to a camp.
Oh,
or
you can
anything
see
like
it
that
fighting
and
the other
kind of
ones.
depart on an expedition. All that information is readily available to you, so you can just go like, okay, I'm planning to do X. And you look at your map and you realize, oh, that monster that I was going to hunt, well, he's going to leave in 5 minutes, so maybe I should do something else so I'm not wasting my time.
That's kind of what I was worried about when he said it was going to be open world. Because if I want to hunt a monster, I'm going to hunt it like 7, 12, 30 times in order to get those pieces that I want. Or that specific item that drops from that monster. It's going to be kind of ass if he's out in the open world and I can't get to him in time. Or he's going to disappear when I get to him. And I can't summon him back in any way. There better be like a bait system or something I can get to summon specific animals out in the open world like in the Guiding Lands.
Oh, wait, there's another one spawning in a couple minutes. I'm going to go over to this ore over here and harvest it. Set a waypoint on your map. Your mount rides right over to that for you. You pick it up, maybe go set another one, get a couple more, and then that monster spawns in, and you can go do that. You can shoot a flare, summon people into your game world, and go
Okay,
tackle
so you
it
do
together
shoot a flare.
instantly. It's all very, very seamless, which is something I was referring to earlier, and it just feels really good. It's almost like, why haven't we been doing this the whole time? This is definitely the best iteration of Monster Hunter in that regard.
It so far looks great.
You want to go back to the
And I'm
style
excited.
that they had previously once you start playing it. And some
Look at that. You can see if you go back, you can see the water terrain. So let's say that
And
there's a
you're-
monster that's specifically only found around water. That's super cool. That you can see the lake lines and stuff. I wonder what all those pink dots are. I hope
not
he
going to want
addresses
to go
it.
back to the style that they had previously once you start playing it.
Maybe
And
smaller
something that
monsters.
I really enjoy about Monster Hunter Wilds too is the seasons they have to the game. If you didn't know, there are actually like 3 seasons inside the game that allow for different monster spawns, and there are like apex
Those
predators
health
in
bars
each
look neat
area
as
that
hell.
spawn
Look at that.
specific times and specific seasons.
You
So
know
you're
Big
not gonna
Papa's
just,
in
like,
danger.
be able to hunt any monster at the same time. You're gonna have to catch the windows in which these monsters.
I'm excited to
spawn.
fight whatever the
I
fuck
think
that
what this
taser
does
is.
it allows for the game to feel like a living, breathing world where you don't have to load out and load in and load out and load in order to populate the monster that you want to hunt. It kind of gives it more of an organic feel where those monsters are spawning in all the time, and what you're doing is very much determined by what events are happening in the game, what monsters are available, and so you're kind of like hanging out and just playing the game as the game comes to you. I think this is the reason that it makes me think a bit of an MMO, because this is kind of what you do in some MMOs.
Yeah, it's kind of got an
You log
MMO
in,
feel.
and you have an idea of generally what you want to do that day or that game session, and then maybe it changes because, oh, this event popped up and I wasn't planning on doing the event, but since I'm here and the event's here, I might as well do it.
Right?
Or I wasn't planning on farming that boss, but since the boss is here already and my friends are doing it.
I just want to address how fucking cool this monster looks. Like, holy fucking nightmare fuel. Like, could you imagine ever going up to that thing with a giant fucking axe and thinking, man, I can take this motherfucker? Hell no, you don't look at that thing and think you can take it on. That thing's a goddamn beast.
I might as well join them. Or
Looks
there's a lot
amazing.
of people on, so you might as well get in on it. And it has a bit of an MMO-light feel to it. I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean
Like
the
I said,
fact
I
that
wanna
there's a
see
lot of
people
you're
in, like-
persistently online playing, and you can just, jump
I
in
wanna
with
see
other
other
players
players.
seamlessly and tackle whatever objectives make the most sense for you. And on top of this, you get 2 weapons now. You'll be able to use 2 weapons. This is something we mentioned in previous videos. Pretty much everyone on the internet knows that there are 2 weapons in Monster Hunter Wilds. But this is huge. I mean, it's hard enough, in my opinion, to master one weapon. And if you didn't know, most of the weapons have different moves now. I've tried playing my hammer today, and let me tell you, like, even though I had played with it a bit before at Gamescom and Tokyo Game Show,
It
like,
looks about the
my
same.
combos are all different than they were. There are different moves than
Wait,
there were.
Focus
A
Blow
couple
Earthquake, what the
staples
hell
are
was
in there,
that?
Of course, and I think that's probably true of all weapons. but they've generally changed the way, for instance, the hammer plays. For instance, you can dodge and keep your charge on your hammer now, which
What?
you know, if you were
That's a
charging your
big
hammer and you dodged
bonus.
before, you had to recharge it.
Broken.
You don't have to do that anymore. That's really nice. You can kind of interrupt attacks into different combo chains using the hammer now, and I know I'm talking about the hammer a lot, but you're going to have to learn.
I mean,
new
everybody's
moves
got
for
their
your
main.
weapons. So if you're coming back from Monster Hunter World or Monster Hunter Rise, you're going to have to spend a little bit of time of picking up that weapon, and it feels like for me that maybe the skill floor for my weapon has gone up, but the skill ceiling has also gone up. So it's take you a little bit longer, I think, to learn your weapon than you did previously. Maybe, I don't know if this is true with all weapons.
Mounting system
but I
looks a
think
little
you're
bit
gonna be able
different.
to do more things with it.
Looks
than
like
you did
instead of
previously, and it
stabbing him
feels really,
repeatedly.
really good
Oh
when
wait,
you
nope,
pull
nope,
this off.
he is stabbing him.
And because of this, I'm actually, you know, even though we have 2 weapons, I'm concerned that a lot of people aren't going to be using their second weapon as much as they can, because I feel like it's going to take you a while just to learn that first weapon.
Wonder what he's doing,
and
because
then to, like,
everywhere
switch your
where he's
muscle
hitting,
memory
it
to a
seems to be
different
causing some
weapon
kind of red
and
glow.
Not remember everything and have to learn all those moves.
And it didn't
then
knock
go
him
back
down.
to
Did
your
he
other
fail?
weapon. Like, I don't see a lot of people doing that right off the bat. I think people are gonna have to play with the weapon a bit.
This
play with
looks like a
another
hammer
weapon,
hill,
and
by the
maybe,
way.
you know, mix them together.
The fact that
and
nobody's
obviously
sliding and
change
beating the
things
shit
up
out of him
depending on what monsters they're
really
fighting.
bothers me.
But I think that's good. That adds, you know, another dimension to the gameplay, a little bit more complexity. And complexity is generally good in a game as long as it's, you know, understood. And obviously, understanding
they're
you can use
weak
2 weapons
points?
is not hard to understand, but being
Oh,
able
they
to do
were.
it is a whole other issue. The only really
got
negative
parts.
about Monster Hunter Wilds that I have to say from playing the beta, and something that I was suspicious about after playing at Gamescom and Tokyo Game Show, was the performance. Obviously, when you have these big open worlds, lots of draw distances, and lots of numbers of dinosaurs and
Frame
monsters
rate,
that are
animation.
moving around on the landscape with special weather effects and everything in the detail that Monster Hunter Wilds has, you take a hit performance. Even on performance mode, it's not that great compared to the regular mode. So I think there are people going to be complaining about that a little bit. It doesn't really impact the gameplay negatively, in my opinion, or at least not.
That's bullshit. Because if you're having bad frames, that's gonna impact your gameplay by a fucking mile in Monster Hunter World. If anybody knows, I mean, sometimes look at Alatreon. You have frames to dodge some shit. You're telling me that won't affect your gameplay?
Negatively enough to be like a full-blown
Like
But
one
it
or
will
two,
be pointed
really.
out by some people, and obviously if you're playing on a high-powered PC, probably not going to have this issue. But if you're playing on console, it's probably not going to be quite the performance that you want.
That means
Luckily,
everybody needs to
Monster
switch to
Hunter's
PC.
Gameplay is not so fast-paced that it really matters that much.
I'm
But I
sorry?
do expect some people to have an issue with that. So that wraps up our video on the Monster Hunter Wilds beta. What do you guys make of it so far? Have you played?
This guy's high if he thinks that performance gameplay isn't... If performance issues is not going to affect gameplay. Like, holy shit. This is an action dodging game. Yeah, it's going to affect gameplay if your frame rate drops and you get hit. That's crazy.
Yet? Are you waiting until this weekend? What weapons are you going to be playing? I want to know these things from you. Let me know in the comments below.
Alright, we watched that. Now, let's watch the actual gameplay. I forgot to put a tag on here. Monster Hunter. Yeah, there we go. Got it.
Day for Monster Hunter fans, as Monster
Okay,
Hunter
let's
Wilds
watch this
open
last
beta
one.
is here,
Gameplay
so we can play the
walkthrough.
beginning of the game. The actual start with the story that you run through, and it is even better than I remember at Gamescom. I think there's actually extra in here than what we previously played, and it really goes to show the focus on the story. To be honest, it is looking absolutely amazing. I can't believe it. So I really hope you guys will enjoy this gameplay part 1 to get you
And
in
I'm
that
sure we
Monster
will.
Hunter vibe, ready for Wilds. Remember, there's a bigger focus on story this time around. The locales are much larger. The characters are more important.
From
Our
what we
Hunter
just
and
seen by a
Calico are
mile.
voiced, so this is a wild ride. Drop a like below if you enjoy our coverage, and get ready for more Monster Hunter coming soon. But here's our gameplay part 1.
I wish I would have known that this gameplay beta was going on. I totally would have done it. Like, without hesitation, I would have done it. Okay, brother. You can start the game. Alright, now we're inside the character creator. Does he talk? Let's see what they got for character creation. Last time it wasn't. Ooh, my God. He went super in depth on this one. Change the eyebrows. Alright, alright, alright. We're gonna go ahead and... Oh, the cat? Oh, you make the cat cool? Oh, oh. Angry. Oh, Fluffy. Angry Fluffy. Never make the cat talk. The cat doesn't talk.
Woohoo! Let's do this.
No, don't let the cat talk. Stop. Bad. Look at the angry kitty. Anyway, focusing. Let's skip ahead past all that. Alright, let's see the intro to the beta.
Nothing so far.
Hi.
Oh, hey there.
Hey!
Oh, our guy talks a little bit.
Hey,
Oh,
Over here,
God.
Hunter.
Your reputation precedes you, Hunter. I trust you know what I've called you here to discuss.
Yes, sir. The Forbidden Lands?
Oh, yeah, it's his own
Indeed.
voice actor. Okay.
But more precisely about the boy.
Now, I wonder if the voice acting's along the same lines as Dragon Age Inquisition, where you had, like, 2 different voice lines. Deep and not so deep kind of voice lines, or is it like a variety?
We rescued in the vicinity. Entry to the region itself has been restricted for 1,000 years. We thought it completely
I want to notice. I noticed something else just now. Look at the guy's mouth and how he's talking. It's not like the other Monster Hunter World where the mouth didn't really match up to word, because really we're listening to a translated version of the Monster Hunter World language. Here they seem to be talking English.
inhabited.
Look at
Any
that.
remnants of its ancient civilization rest solely in historical record. Now imagine our surprise to have discovered this boy. He claimed to be part of a clan, the Keepers. He said they have a village in a land we thought uninhabited for ages. A few years have passed, but the Academy, of course, has remained skeptical.
This village. Is there evidence it exists?
Nothing absolute, but
Both those are super famous voice actors, by the way.
the
Capcom had
mysterious
to spend a pretty
composition of
penny.
the boy's pendant suggests it might. And as for how we came to rescue the boy,
Sir?
That's Natsu
it
Dragneel.
seems a certain monster had forced him to flee. It attacked his village, and he escaped alone. Unfortunately, the underground tunnel he used to make his escape collapsed. We found him, took him in,
Heard both
And
the.
here
I heard
we
this guy's
are.
voice so much and I can't
Do
pin
we know
it
the
down.
status of the village?
unknown,
And of the monster?
unknown. However, the scholars
Wait.
hypothesize that it may be a monster, which we thought to have perished.
Got it. The guard captain from The Weakest to the World's Strongest. He was the guard captain,
Long ago.
I think.
An extinct species?
They're calling it the White Wraith.
And
The
we're gonna
guild
kill
has
1,000 of
authorized
them.
the rescue of the Keepers and an investigation into this monster. I've selected you as a
One thing that I thought was like super misleading in the Monster Hunter World gameplay is that they would say that a monster was super rare or never before seen, and then we kill like 90 of them to get the sword that we really want.
lead hunter for this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
Finding the village won't be easy. You'll need the proper guide. Speaking of which, I have an extra assignment for you.
Hello, my name is Alma. Come on. It's okay. How are you? Great. And you?
That woman right there is why this game has gotten so much traction, along with the dedicated fan base. Holy shit, did Monster Hunter nail it. Them Capcom guys, they know what they're talking about. I don't know what type of woman that is, but that is definitely my type.
And then we can get started.
This is gonna be great!
You bet.
I hope we find them soon.
Look!
Time to part!
Aye!
There's so many.
They're exceptionally agitated. Could they be chasing something?
Yes, they are. Run, little man, run! Or girl, run! Man, that bird is doing a good fucking job. She knows she's not controlling it, she's a child.
And crash right into them!
We're still too far away. What do we
I
do?
hate the cat dogs.
Hold on. What's that?
That's alright.
Can you reach it?
I have to try.
I'm coming too.
Nope, leave the cat behind. He's worthless. There's no shot he would ever make that in real world. His weight would have knocked that bird off on its ass. How'd that cat jump on? Oh, now you control the game. Okay.
Here we go. Hold on.
We gotta save that girl.
Shut up, cat. You don't talk. Brother, you gotta hit sprint or something. What are you doing? I mean, super neat that you're inside there, but they're gonna eat you.
Don't think we can make it through there.
How convenient.
But we can't go over.
Looks like it knows a way.
God, the movement of that mount is just so seamless. And did they just stop back there and do nothing? How did we catch up with them? We stood around for like 2 minutes. Oh my god, it's a chocobo.
She's in trouble.
I know what to do.
Save the child. Hold on, little one.
Yeah. Hang on. Let's get out of here.
I'll cover you.
I'll cover you, Cat says.
Right on target.
Why are they so intent after this little girl? What does she have? I love how that's a callback from the Diablo, where Screaming Pod's always been a monster. I thought that they were gonna either get away or rework the Clutch Claw, too. Get him, get him, get him, get him! Oh, almost too late.
I bet we can bring those rocks down.
Got him.
Look, the others.
That motherfucker's quick. Better shoot him.
Throw it now.
Oh, we ain't running no more. Now, he's armed and dangerous.
Okay, you're safe now.
Yo. So much for this region being uninhabited.
It must be a type of flightless.
Isai. He's still in trouble. Isai? We were doing sacred practice. But then it came. And my brother, he... What came? One of the things that was chasing you earlier? It's okay. And your brother, where is he? He told me to run. And he stayed.
Well, he's dead. Let's go home, guys.
Can you tell us where he is?
Son of a bitch.
The sacred. He knows Isai sent.
Let's find him.
That doesn't help.
I'm with you. Everyone else, focus on scouting for a campsite.
Understood. Just send a signal if you need backup.
We'll leave some supplies for you. I'll keep an eye on these two.
We're moving out. Coming.
Please, take these people to save Isai.
We're counting on you.
Come with me, okay?
Don't worry, I'll be back soon.
Okay.
Come on.
Well, I don't like the odds of her brother being alive.
We will!
See you later!
Oh, the basic can't. I don't like the
We
cat
should
talking.
prepare a
Cat,
bit,
shut up.
Just in case.
Yeah.
The cat doesn't talk. As far as I'm concerned, the cat has never talked, nor will it ever talk. When I play, it will be meow meow, meow 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 meow.
Oh, that's right. Have you decided on a weapon?
14 types of monster hunter. The great sword features slow, heavy movement.
If you answer a few questions for me, I can... How would you describe your fighting style?
Okay, so it gives you like a breakdown for any new players that don't know the movement of the weapons and they try to find like the best weapon for you.
And what do you look for in a weapon? If offense is your first priority, then this weapon might be a good match.
Dual blades. Oh, switch axe. It's kind of a slow-moving weapon. I'll pick out
Wonderful.
myself.
In that case, equip yourself and we'll be on our way.
I don't see anything new, sadly. Charged blade person. Super complicated.
You can try out your weapon over here.
Also, the most damage.
Once you've got a feel for the weapon,
Hardest combo system out of all of them, I think, anyway. Oh, now he's charged up a shield. Now he's charging up a sword. Big attack. The movement seemed relatively the same. I don't know about how the combos feel. Because I'm not the one playing, but I mean, it'd be cool. I wish I was.
give them a scent and they'll follow it on their own.
They're fast, too.
Did you hear that?
It's coming from in there.
Why is our person coming with us? She should stay back at camp.
Down there.
Just like the last game. Dude. Hey. Yeah. He's covered with it. Rose. Chatatumbra? Tabra?
No! Stay away! Come on, bud. We have to run.
I would leave the bird behind if I were you.
Go! But I can't just leave him.
I'll help. Hurry!
Oh, I was right. Chattatopra. Oh, big damage. Man, that thing was stuck there forever. File axe mode R2, press triangle. This allows you to perform powerful attack.
Targeting you.
Temporarily increase the guard and gain axe mode. Yeah, same thing then. You need to store your files, bro. Oh, shit. Knocked down. I love the looks of the health and stamina bar. Those look amazing. Along with the sharpness bar, they all look visually great. Better than last time.
Going to attack.
This seems like a really easy first enemy. Just like the, what was the first one? Jagras, the Great Jagras. Something that just beat the living shit out of it. It won't hardly hurt you. Oh! You got the spin off, nice. I'm guessing that wounded part right there is just part broken, not actually wounded, because I'm not seeing like the wounded indicator. Unless, of course, I'm blind. Nah, you just hit it there directly, only 25. Oh, that looks cool. He's just beating the living fuck out of this thing. It's not over yet. Oh, there we go. There's the wounded. Is it because he's destroyed the wounded part?
We should be safe when we're on the safe.
That wound looks vulnerable.
Attack the same part that repeatedly open the wound. I see. So you don't jump on and wound him. You just have to keep on attacking that same part. Eventually, it become wounded.
We'll be safe when we're on the safe. Aim for the wound while I get it.
There goes your pal code, just leading him away. Go for the mount, brother. Nice. Why would you try to call him away from him? He's clearly smoking him. Oh, nice.
I'm the one you want.
How's that thing not dead yet? He's beating the shit out of it. Did he mount it? Oh, he did. Okay, mounting is exactly the same. Oh, this time you get a choice to knife or attack. Oh shit, that's new. God, that's a lot of damage. He needs to sharpen his weapon, maybe? Has he sharpened his weapon? I can't tell.
Moving to a new area.
Move to a new area? Fuck! How tough is this thing?
Now's our chance.
I don't see a health bar down below there.
Looking weak. Almost there.
Yeah, there's no heartbeat. So how do you know if the fucker's almost dead? By the limp? I guess the rest of the time just keep on beating the shit out of him. This is how you know he's a veteran. Yeah, distance gauged, right? Answer no. He missed. There you go.
Great work. I knew you were the
Alright guys, I think that'll be the end of it. I just wanted to see some quick gameplay of it and stream it real fast. I don't have much time today, so I probably will be back on later tonight, but just remember, I stream every day around 4 o'clock. Please, never be afraid to hop in. I'm always happy to have you. See y'all later. Just so everybody knows, I stream around 4 o'clock every day. Give me a few minutes, but I'm usually on time. Show up, and as always, like and subscribe.